asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No call. I want that call.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Caught by Nelson left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Firing quickly here complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Play action here with Rosen. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Finding some room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
This is Foster, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Gun. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ndamukong Suh breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Gone now. 3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And his throw is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gone. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll go down at the 28. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth.
Gone. Green, 56. Green, 56.
They're going on fourth down. Rosen. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down, it's gone. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second down, here's Goff. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. On the carry, it's Logan. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Out to his left. His throw incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And now it's Rosen looking. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Goff now looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Tiger, tiger.
Goff on third down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go. Obama, Obama, Obama.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Gone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reynolds. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. .31 yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On first down, it's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Logan, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
From the gun, it's Rosen. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try to chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Goff now looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 34. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. Fights through and now a crease. Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Dominic Easley. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Third and long here for Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This is taken at the 18. And they can't bring him down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And an alley to run. So we have reached half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's gone. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Peterson. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now let's go!
Now it's Rosen. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Goff now on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Rams on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Goff. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop it.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dominique Easley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Gone! Set! 3-19! 3-19!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
They run again with Logan. And not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Cardinals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Green 39, Green 39. All right, now Lucky 56, Lucky 56. Detroit.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 76 yards. And the Cardinals are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Rams now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Listen.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
5.
To throw is gone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll run it here with Brown. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They run with Logan. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The tackle there by John Johnson. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rosen looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Samson Abukum in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Over the middle, complete. That's Fitzgerald. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offensive backfield has been something else in this game.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We got 3. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Rosen. That is incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Rosen to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fitzgerald. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, but I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! 3-19! Gun! 3-19! Gun, gun!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, 56. Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Super 1. Cut. 180. Average wall.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. 18 yards there and a 1st down. Obviously a big 1st down right there. Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
No. Patriot! Patriot! Gone! Detroit!
Back to throw. caught by Nelson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Detroit, set, green, 39, green, 39.
Here's Rosen. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Detroit, let's go. Go 90.
Rosen to throw. Caught right side. Gresham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Throwing now is Rosen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Rams, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving that rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the two like True Goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy, still ducking that I did boy, in Paris for a hit boy, these ain't the same type of hits boy, can get boy, you don't take these type of risks, boy, cause this boy been throwing that like rich boy, you miss boy, your numbers don't